How's it going, guys? I hope you're all doing well. So in this video I'm going to show you how to build some settlement defense towers that look cool, don't cost a lot on materials or the size meter. I come across them the other day. I was playtesting in a build of mine that I was doing for another video, which I'll talk about later on, and I was like, these actually look pretty cool. So I tested if they work, and they do, and yeah, I thought I'd show you guys because, you know, you might appreciate it, you might like it. So there's 3 different designs. This is the first one, which I would consider the weaker one because it's a bunker style one, so it's quite low to the ground, so it's easier to kind of hit. But they do look cool and they do work, but like I said, the problem with this one, the first one, is it is so low to the ground that I just think it would be an easy target. Now, what you do, but all it is really, is wooden prefabs. Wow, the snapping just don't want to work. So yeah, all it is just wooden prefabs and then the warehouse half walls. And the reason you use the warehouse half walls is because they kind of protect your turrets. It gives it like that extra defense, and the way it works is the turret actually only just peaks above it. So they're very hard to get hit, very hard to get destroyed. So it's a bit of extra defense in that regard towards the turret. So if you're getting raided, it won't get destroyed so easily. So this is the second design, pretty much similar to the first. However, we're using warehouse walls this time, so it's going to be quite high up. Now, I like the higher up ones. There's one downside to it. They cannot shoot directly beneath them because they can't see down, obviously, because the warehouse half wall's there. So to counter that, as always, as you might have seen in another video of mine, I always have 4 of these in my base. When I did like a tower last time, I did like a mini death tower thing, which was different. It used rockets and stuff, which I don't recommend. But I have 4 of them in my settlement. I have 1 in each corner, and the way that works is that it covers your entire settlement that way. So it's like a whole arc of your settlement. So if enemies congregate under one, you've got 3 others that are ploughing into them, basically. So, and this, I don't know why, but if you get issues with snapping on this second design, just copy how I done it. Just build the walls, put a warehouse floor down, snap it to a wooden floor, and then you just build like this, put the walls in, and now you can add the warehouse main walls. Nice and easy. And then all you got to do then is build a ladder straight up so you can start building in there. This one though, with this design, it can only hold up to 2 turrets because they can't be placed right next to each other. So they're good, not that good. I prefer the third design, which you are about to see now. So that's how you'd get up there. So let's just get rid of all this. And like I said, it's great because it doesn't cost that much materials to build, and on the size meter it's not big either. So this is the third design. This is my favourite one. It looks realistic as well. So you use the wooden foundations just because it looks like it's actually built into the ground, so it looks like a solid structure, and that's what I like. Now you can use warehouse walls if you want it to be tall. I use normal wooden walls just because I didn't want it to be that tall. I think it's going to be big enough. And if you're playing on console, because this doesn't require mods, if you're playing on console, you need to always make sure you've got a gap to get out. On PC, you can just non-collision and get in and out easily by yourself. So if you're on console, just make sure you've got a gap. So they don't want to snap. So what we need to do now, add a shack upper floor, add this, and voila. Now there is a gap, and that is easily fixable with concrete roof. And I will show you that now. Because you don't want gaps, you want it to look realistic, don't you? It's all about the realism. That's what I'm all about. So we go to the concrete walls, and we go to the roofs. And they should, yep, there we go. Should just snap in, just like so. And now you've got no more gaps. But again, yeah, if you're on console, make sure you leave yourself an opening, otherwise you're going to have to be scrapping things just to get in and out. So that is the foundation of it. That is the start. So now we need a ladder. Actually, let's use a wooden ladder. Wooden ladders are easier and they don't cost as much. And we'll put a nice floor up there so we can jump to and from it while we're building. There we go. And now I'm going to show you how to build the turrets. Now it's a bit fiddly. It's not, you know, it's not hard or anything. It's just it can be a bit fiddly. So you got to be patient with it. Oh my god, the snapping. Why? These walls just hate snapping. I don't know why. So we'll leave one open. So if you're on console, we'll leave that one open so we can jump in and out. No worries. You haven't got to worry about a thing. So now we need to go to shack stairs under wood. So what we're going to do here with the shack stairs is we're going to test the length, and then we might need to fiddle around with it to get the like snapping and the adjustment just right, because obviously we want the turrets to be as close to the corners as possible. We don't want them to be too far in or clipping through things. So the length looks okay, it's lining up nicely. So we need another shack stair now, and what we're going to do is we're going to pop it above, and then we're just going to start adjusting from there. So we'll start here, and all we're going to do again is we're going to test the length. It might be worth putting these floors into your workbench instead of scrapping to save materials. See, it won't go into that corner. So what we need to do is move it back a little bit more, just above. And then, if they snap, there we go. And perfect. Fits straight into the corner. No worries. And there you go, your turrets can go all along there. And what I tend to do is do like a sort of L shape in one corner, and I'll do the exact same in the opposite corner right here. So it covers a good 360-degree arc. Not the best. I wish they would snap to the half warehouse walls, but sadly they don't. So no way around it without mods. And I like to do a lot of my settlement defense builds purely without mods, because you've not got to worry about anything being overpowered, anything being too strong, or also because of console players as well. You know, I like to have my content available to everybody, console and PC, and then that way it kind of makes it fair on everyone and there's no sort of advantage. So there we go again, that fits nice in the corner. So we'll take out these walls, like walls, they're stairs, what am I on about? And then we'll go into this corner here, and now that is it. That is literally it. It is nice and easy. It's a bit fiddly, you got to mess around with it, but hey ho. So another thing to note as well about these turrets, they are all Mark 1. I've purposely made the worst turrets you can do. Now if you go into the menu and you flick left and right between the turrets, their mark number will go up depending on how far away you are from Vault 101. So what this means is basically, Sanctuary, for example, is a level 1 to 5 settlement. It can only have Mark 1 turrets, and that is it. The further away you go, like where I am now, Starlight Drive, they can go up to Mark 3, I believe, but I didn't want them. I want to literally just do a pure test run with these and see how they do against some alpha, glowing death claws, like legendary ones, all sorts. So here we have got about 100 death claws roughly, about 60 to 80, 100 roughly, I can't remember how many I spawned in, but they're legendary, mythic, alpha, all that good stuff. So there is hundreds of them. Some of them are super strong, and I've got really weak turrets, so they're going to struggle against these death claws. Now look at that, they've started blowing up the bunker one straight away. So that's a good indication of that's not really a good one. Obviously this would be a lot different if it was normal death claws. You're not going to have 100 death claws raiding your settlement that are super strong. You're also not going to have just these turrets. You know, if you build them in a better settlement or Starlight Drive, you can get up to like Mark 5. Them sort of turrets that do a lot of damage to death claws. And then you've got your settlers with guns as well. So this is just a pure test to see how they do. I mean, we've killed a few, which is cool. But these are only Mark 1 turrets. They're crap. They do like no damage at all. But they're working, aren't they? And it looks like the tower ones, the death claws just can't seem to hit them. And you see, look, he's gone to that one there. He's running away now. But he went to that one there. A couple of my turrets there couldn't shoot it, so the other two started dealing with it. You cover the entire arc of your settlement. It's brilliant. So there he goes again. He was trying to get under the tower, and he's just running away like a little bitch. So what's that death claw doing? Moonwalking. But I like this. I think this is great. I think with better turrets, because I wanted to do... This is like a test. With better turrets and against normal raids, I think this will do extremely well. The raid mod that I used to use, which started a raid on your settlement, is no longer working. The author hasn't updated it, which really sucks because that's a really good like mod to test how your settlement's doing. But sadly it's not working, so I had to rely on spawning them in. And I thought, you know what, let's just spawn the strongest death claws possible and put them up against the weakest turrets, just to see how they do. And here we go, look, they just can't seem to reach these towers. I think the third design is the best. It's the biggest, and they can't hurt them. They can try and throw rocks, but look, as you just seen, it hits the warehouse wall, so it does nothing. Oh look, they're trying to get that. Oh, oi, he's hacking. What's he doing? Get down, you little hacker. There you go, though. Can't do no damage to them. And the reason that we use the warehouse walls as well is because they would be great defense against super mutants, behemoths, all them nasties that chuck things and throw big boulders and shoot. because they can't really hit the turret, and where the turret is literally just peeking over the warehouse wall, it will just blast them to bits. So it's ultra strong defense. So again, in a proper settlement with the third design, 1 in each corner, so you got 4, I think this would absolutely annihilate any raid that is going to start on your settlement, because I just used 80 mega death claws and voila, 3 towers survived. The little bunker one, sadly, did not. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe and check out some of my other content. And if you've got any criticism, I'm open to it. If you think I could build this better or do something better, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.